Alrighty. Psychic Frank's Mystery School. Gabby's sleeping. I have a parrot. She just ate a big bowl of porridge and now she's sleeping it off. And so I'm going to get a sneak show in here. Yeah, so Psychic Frank's Mystery School. Excuse me. Yeah, we're back on track. I have a new computer and it's taken me several months to get it all hooked up. Right. So yeah, my YouTube channel is Psychic Frank 'S Mystery School, and Psychic Frank 11 at gmail.com if you want to send me an email. And if you want any information, being I'm not in the studio anymore, just give me the time, date, location of your birth. I'll pop it in the computer, and then when you call, I'll tell you what's going on briefly, a little mini something. No charge. Yeah, thank you, Bayvac. Thanks, SF Commons. Yeah, this is I'm taping this on the 3rd of July. So the United States of America is in a 1 year. Okay, let's do the math here just to get a visual aid, because many of us old souls go from spring to spring. So what we got here is a marker. Okay, so July is 7. The 4th, 1776. So we're a 5 life path. Our day and month vibrates to 11. I don't know if you can even see this because it's backwards here. Okay, the 2024 is 8. 8 and 2 is 1. So America is officially in its 1 year. And this is America's birth chart. Pisces is an intercepted constellation because Libra is our midheaven and our 11th house cusp. Aries is our bottom here, the MC. That's an 8 area, I think. It's where you live. It's your mother. It's your where you go every day for nurturing. So we've got passion. It's just misguided. And if that's my little editorial there. And our 5th house of creation. Oh, Gabby's up. Good morning, Gabby. Yeah, we're taping the show, honey. Okay, Jupiter rules our rising sign. With Sag rising, if anybody has Sag anywhere, everything's got a shadow. The shadow of Sagittarius is we run roughshod over people. Since America was founded, we've been running roughshod over the native Indians. It goes on and on. We just run roughshod over everybody. That's how we roll up to now. But paradigms are changing. So so the reason I pulled out America's chart is because this new moon in 2 days on the 5th is the Mountain Astrologer. Really worth getting. I mean, it's easy to read, and I particularly am so fond of Pam Gregory. I mean, she is such a gifted astrologer, and I'm always learning. I mean, anybody that says they've arrived, I'm weary of, because we're all a work in process. I have the AC on. It's really hot here in SF, San Francisco, California, by the way. This is where I am. And okay, so the thing is, what's going on now is the last gasp of the old order. And here's a really big view. Okay, beginning of this month now, especially this new moon, you really want to tighten up your mind. You want to what am I saying here? Get our mind, tell your mind to turn it off. Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. As the Beatles said, turn off your mind. I mean, Man, people's brain. Yeah, a lot of people think they're thinking when what they're really doing is rearranging their prejudices. Just give your mind a break and just get down and plunge into your heart and your gut and let that guide you. Don't try to figure out every little. Life's a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved. Hence, Psychic Frank's Mystery School. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the last gasp. Of course, even though I'm going to throw out a date, February of 2026, that's when Neptune and Saturn, within a few days of each other, leave Pisces and enter Aries. This couldn't be a bigger deal. This is as big a deal as you could get. And until then, that's why I started off this little session with America's birth chart saying that Pisces is an intercepted chart. We all have I guess some people don't, but a lot of people of us have an intercepted constellation, which just means you need someone to give you a special key to open it. And that's what I'm giving you guys now. If you're living or have any respect for the United States of America, understand now that we have power that totally exceeds our intelligence. It's brought us to our wisdom rather. We have power totally exceeding our wisdom, and it's brought us to the precipice of annihilation. We are literally at the cliff looking over now. And we as I said, wisdom comes through pain, and if this isn't giving you pain, God help me, I don't know what planet you're on. Yeah, this is as I said, Abraham Lincoln said, if fascism, if America's this experiment democracy loses, it'll be an inside job, and that's totally what's happening, and right under our noses. I gave up cable. I know a lot of you guys who aren't watching me on YouTube are watching me Saturday nights at 7:30 on Channel 29 here in San Francisco, Xfinity and Comcast. But for most people, a lot of people have antenna TV, or just depend on the computer, I guess, for their updates on life here, what's going on, and the Christians. There is literally, that's why I said Christians they're making this a Christian nation. I mean, America's got a lot of a-holes, but we don't call ourselves an asshole nation, but there's a lot of, Christians, and these are not good Christians. These are Nazi Christians. These believe in a Jesus that's a Nazi, hates gays. No, we've got to get back to the cafeteria Catholic. Pull out the best and flush the rest. Because it's and they're not even, everything's out in the open now. I mean, they just say they think we're trying to make this a Christian nation. You bet your boots we are. Well, I bet my sandals you're not. As long as we have the thinking people, this country was founded on religious freedom, and yet we're taught to hate any religions but Christian. We're a Christian nation. Oh, you hate your neighbors, but you say grace over and over again. You don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Gabby, good morning, my sweetheart. Oh, yes, you're up, my baby. We got you up early today. Yeah, it's only not even 5 to 9, just early in the morning on Wednesday. Yeah, so our North Node, the country's evolution now, goes from the North Node, Leo. It's all about the heart. Once again, we think we're geniuses and we're not. That's why we got someone who calls themselves a genius. If you're a genius, you're not going to call yourself a genius, I'll tell you. And if I've had a lot of money, I've been dirt poor, I've been, I've had a lot of money, I've had no money, I've never, ever been poor. Poor is a state of mind. I've been as low as you can get on this planet. I mean, institutionalized. I don't want to think about it, but I found myself in my 20s locked up in Florida. It was just a nightmare. And so as I said, if you're hearing any inklings of passion in my presentations here, I earn them. And I want you to join me. We need a movement. Gabby, we're busy here, honey. Oh, there you are. You're up there. Oh, there's the baby. There's the girl. Okay, yeah, so, and of course, what's going to happen on the 21st of this month, July, that's going to be the full moon. So, yeah, this is an important new moon. Plant something. Plant this, because the conjunction, a wide conjunction of Venus and Cancer. Yeah, Venus and Mars are going to change signs. Mars is in Taurus now. It's been there from the 9th of, I have it written down here, so I wouldn't have to fiddle. Oh, here it is. Mars in Taurus, June 9th to July 19th. Our motivational energy, that's Mars. Good morning, sweetheart. Our motivational energy, the constant stream of action energy, that's Mars, into which we can hook in order to accomplish even the most demanding of tasks. Keeping our mind. Our mind's like a mischievous, an agile monkey, the monkey mind is what they call it, simmer down, monkey mind, simmer down. There's no more steady pension energy than Taurus offers. So this is the 1-2 months out of the year, because every 2 months Mars changes signs. It takes 2 years to go around the wheel. But this is the one position of Mars where we do have that Mars energy totally evened out. We got that love of nature, hug a tree. I'm listening to a lot of astrologers and spiritual. It's all astrology. I love astrology. It's the mythology about astrology. Everything is really so beautiful to me, and of course the universe is alive to me. It's a living thing, and like Pam Gregory. Oh God, she's a British British astrologer, Pam Gregory. And they're all talking about whatever it takes for you to ground yourself. For me, it's carrying a strict vegan diet. If it had a face, I don't eat it. Although I have, because of amino acids for my nails and hair and bones and everything, it's hard to find good vegan, so I am eating vegan amino acids that come from some form of clams. So I'll pay that karma, whatever. If there's any weird karma attached to that, I'm ready for it. It's got to do what you got to do. But nobody's talking about weed. That's a big deal. It's a big, women and drugs rule my world. Yeah, that's what Prince said. Well, weed rules my world. That's how I talk to God. That's how the American Indians talk to God. It's only since, I'm not going to even rehash, I've talked on several shows about Richard Nixon when he got the final report back from the top minds of America on cannabis, and he tore it up. He went crazy. John Dean was sitting in the same room. So thanks to that little prick, we got decades of we took a wrong turn and we kept on going. And of course, Memorial Day just passed, and it was heartwarming to see all these what's left of them 100-something-year-old war veterans. They got back, and God bless them for what they did. I mean, they were kids. They were 17, 18-year-old kids on the beaches, killed. They were shot down like it was disgusting, and then they got back and applauded like they should have been. But of course, you had low life like Billy Graham, Nixon, Ronald Reagan, totally, and Hollywood glorifying John fucking Wayne. God bless John Wayne, man. That son of a bitch. Anyway, macho man. When he died, he had like 50 pounds of fetal matter in his intestines. The man even couldn't take a dump. He was so constipated. His eyes turned brown. But anyway, Frank, simmer down now. Simmer down. Okay, so I got a lot of simmering to do because I'll be 76 in a couple of months. You know, I'm 2 years. Donald Trump's two something years older, my senior by a few years. So we pretty much grew up at the beginning of TV. And I remember Howdy Doody show. And when you're like 4 or 5 years old, you know, duty, that means what you do in the bathroom. So Howdy Doody meant to a 3, 4 year old, hi poo poo. Hi, doo-doo in the toilet, you know, and it was funny, the peanut gallery, you know, and there was Princess Summer, Winter, Spring, and Fall, and then there was Mr. Bluster. Mr. Bluster was the villain. I mean, every show's got to have a villain. Well, Donald Trump, where I associated with Howdy Doody, Knucklehead Smith. I mean, there were like all these characters that and the motto was, you know, all compassion and empathy. I mean, Buffalo Bill, I think, was the leader of that show. I'm sure they're on YouTube, but I remember, I mean, I wouldn't eat until I saw my Howdy Doody show. I wanted to be part of the peanut gallery. You know, that was every 4-year-old's dream. And then, of course, while Donald Trump watched it, he identified with, Gabby, we're busy, quiet, sister. He identified with Mr. Bluster. You know, this guy is Mr. Bluster. And they did another thing I saw on PBS the other day where they analyzed this generation, the boomers, where Monopoly was all about, you know, screw your neighbor, money, greed. And in New York City, New York suburb where I was raised in the 50s, oh, what a nightmare that was. I know a lot of people had wonderful childhoods. I feel sorry for you because there's nothing more rewarding than the hideous childhood, and that's what I had. Horrendous, and we'd be stuck in. It was a big 3-story house. My family inherited it, and full of people. Because cousins were always knocking each other up and moving in because their families threw them out, and we had a lot of room. A lot of stuff was going on, you know, Italians, and snow drifts up to the top floor, the 3rd floor. I mean, I was up there, you know, it was an attic. There was 3 floors in the attic. And I couldn't even look out the window because the snow drifts were that high. I remember being snowed in for like 3 weeks in, I think it was the 60s, the early 60s or something. Yeah, it was a nightmare. And of course we played Monopoly. And they say that really infiltrated a lot of what's going on now. Because the first 3 years of a child's life, you're making a break in that kid. So as I said, you know, watching this Memorial Days and you know, and seeing these literal kids that were slaughtered on the beaches by the Nazis, you know, and then coming home and being brainwashed by these grifters. Billy Graham, I saw that documentary on PBS, and at the end his head, he couldn't even raise his head. It was so bent in shame that he understood Nixon was, you know, the son of a bitch he really, really was. Even Dr. Martin Luther King said when he met him, if he wasn't sincere, that he's the most dangerous man in the world, because being raised a Quaker, barefoot in Southern California, you know, he went wrong. You know, give someone power, and you know, it says, if you bring forth that which you have within you, it will save you. If you do not, it will destroy you. It's not rocket science. You know, yeah, the second half of July was Neptune 29 degrees Pisces, and going retrograde in a few days. I think it already is retrograde. Let me see. Neptune retrograde. Yep, Neptune's retrograde. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces. Now Saturn changes signs every Saturn hasn't been in Aries for 29, 30 years, where coming this February of 2026, and Neptune every like 87 years changes signs. So this conjunction is going to be a whole new spirituality, and I believe is going to be based on what this guy is saying. David Hinton, Wild Mind, Wild Earth. And in an essence here, he says it on the very couple of pages. It says, it's all, he really goes, goes on, he quotes everybody, from Young to all these great minds of the last couple of centuries. And in essence, everybody's in agreement here that it is clearly a challenging task, realizing that we are all one with everything. As simple as that. Couldn't put it any simpler. Make me one with everything. Well, you are, Blanche. This is clearly a challenging task. Challenging, but also profoundly liberating, for it opens our self-enclosed alienation to new possibilities. We're really alienated ourselves. We made the space our enemy. If we have more faith in evil than good, then we have more faith in evil than God, So this guy, this poet Jeffers, Geffers, offers no actual method to do that. To new possibilities of dwelling as an integral, to rock the ocean, earth, and its processes. To rock ocean and earth and its processes. I meant to rock the earth. No, but as I said, everything has a consciousness. Dr. Young, I believe, and he's the role model for my life. I'm looking at this cat here. This girl moved away. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that bubble is right there, but it comes up. I screwed up my computer last month because I tried to get a new. I got a new email address, but in the process, I got to the settings, screwed off the settings thing. So I believe we're back on track now. So, anyways, it says Jeffers offers no actual method to do that, but how we get everybody to believe we're one with the universe and everything else. But the whole purpose of the Tao is in the I Ching. The Jiang Ching, spiritual practice in ancient Chinese to integral consciousness with this Tao, one being, one earth, one mind, to heal that vast wound of consciousness torn from the wild earth. This is the most fundamental question for Qigong. People with human consciousness in general, especially this time of six extinctions, great vanishing, how to move past the illusionary separation between consciousness and cosmos, which entails erasing the seemingly separation between subjective and objective mind and landscape of self-cosmos. We might today call this deep ecological practice, for it is cultivation of our original wild nature, our lost kinship with the web of life, a kinship that necessarily invests the web of life with the ethical value. The moral universe is love. It's love. It's all there is love. That's all there is. But this, as I said, this is the warmongers. I think Nazis did take, we're not going to get into that right now. But, okay, so what's going to happen now? You want to be really grounded, because this is going to be so important. Okay, the transformational for the economy, the exact conjunction, then the last, Pluto's been conjuncting the United States of America's 27-degree Pluto retrograde. So there's past life stuff, with money there, and our economy. Well, Pluto's going to back up from September, October, and in November. Pluto's going to be in Capricorn. And that's what, is going to be ugly. We're going to see the last gasp. And like heroin addicts, they're shooting the works. They realize, the nasties, the GOP, I don't know, the GOPs, they're shooting the works. They know they don't stand a chance, a snowball's chance in hell of Donald Trump getting reelected, getting elected, and so they're just shooting the works now. They're going back over 100 years. as I said, so it's important now. It's important now with this new moon to realize I have nothing to be afraid of. I am what they fear, and because we're nonviolent, we're sane. We know. Yeah, Pluto backs up into Capricorn November 19th, 2024, 11:29 a.m. And then Pluto re-enters Aquarius the next day for 20 years. So the new orders, and by 2026, we'll have settled into it now. So trust your gut. Don't try to figure out the mystery of life. Live it and remind yourself you don't have to pray for anything. Your life is a prayer. Be conscious of your mind, man. It's our most healing thing we have. It protects us, and now we have a totally out of control direct to consumer advertising for pharmaceutical ads. The pharmaceutical complex, the industrial pharmaceutical complex, is as evil as the industrial military complex. And they're getting into our mind now, people's minds, and just telling your mind, your body is your worst enemy without these chemicals. And then the side effects, just if you listen to, don't tune them out, listen to these side effects, and then do something, man. I don't know how, every November, around October, November, I go to the same doctor. I've been doing it for like 40 years. I took like a 4-year break around the COVID thing. And since then, the man, I'm like 30 years his senior, I met him when he first started, like almost 40 years ago when he first started, 30-something years ago when he first opened his little practice. And in San Francisco, he's, made a reputation of being, a gay go-to pharma, AIDS, guy. If you, the AIDS isn't a big thing anymore. I guess it is, but anyway, he's changed. As I said, he doesn't, he's enough for the better. And, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with, instead of being happy that I'm a mystic, I've reached mystical, and my body is showing it. I'm in, would have killed a normal person. They don't understand it. And he actually had me tested for syphilis because he thought I have a syphilitic brain, and that's why I am who I am. So if you're a healer, and you're a good healer, be prepared not to be embraced by Western medicine. You're the enemy to them. And once again, this is the last gasp. So as I said, I don't know how I'm going to deal with, I got to get a blood test done because that's what you do every year. I'm not a fool. But then I'll just tell you, why don't we not meet this year and say we did? Gabby, we're a little busy here, hon. I'm going to pick a card for you all. Because as I said, this is an important new moon, and it's the 4th of July. If you love America, man, start standing up for these fundamental Christians, and tell them, remind them, a lot of people are most of the people on the planet have more tact than me. They say Winston Churchill was such a diplomat and such a silver-spoken, silver-tongued rascal. He could actually tell somebody to go to hell and they would look forward to the trip. I'm not that guy. But a lot of people are, just remind you, tell these people now that, when they're telling you about Jesus loves you, just get to the punch, cut to the chase and say, are you talking about the Nazi Jesus or are you talking about the hippie Jesus, the hippie healer Jesus? And they'll probably do an about face, spit in your face and walk away. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. Yeah, I've gotten that. Okay, I'm going to pick some cards for you all. And then there's so many things I wanted to touch, but the mood has changed. The mood has turned. Oh yeah, if a felon can hold the highest office in America, then the question of felon status should be removed from every job application in our country. If you fill out a job application, are you a felon? No, yeah, just get that out of there. It's the bar has been lowered now. Gangsters, the Ricos now. You know, this is what the GOP wants now. The only aspect of life that is eternal is now. So be happy to be incarnated in such a time of. You know, I have something here I wanted to share with you all, and I said, well, if it comes around, and then we're going to definitely do the cards. I have more time here. But it said, it's by, of all people, Pima Chodron. She says, when you open yourself to continually changing impermanent dynamic nature of your own being and the reality and reality, you know, when you open yourself up to this is the way life is, the wild earth, you increase your capacity to love and care about other people and your capacity not to be afraid. You're able to keep your eyes open, your heart open, your mind open, and notice when you get caught up in prejudice, bias, and aggression, and hate, and racism. You develop an enthusiasm for no longer watering those negative seeds from now on until the day you die, and begin to think of yourself as life is offering you endless opportunities. Start to do things differently. Well, that's good, but it's not what I was looking for. Okay, one more minute now. What I'm in Magic Road is what? Where are we? Oh. Okay. Here we are. Gabby. I'm having a moment here. I'll find it. Here it is. If you can take your troubles as they come, maintain your calm and composure amid all the minutia, whatever you want to call it, the backed up sewer. If you can rise above the distressing and disturbing circumstances in which you are set down, Gabby, stop! You have discovered a priceless secret of daily living. Even if you are forced to go through life weighed down by some unescapable misfortune or handicap, and yet live each day as it comes with poise and peace of mind, equanimity of mind. You have succeeded where most people have failed. You have wrought a greater achievement than a person who rules a nation. So, you know, Gabby, stop it! Yeah, so let's get that centered going. You know, in the jungle, when, you know, the lion roars, all the animals keep quiet. Well, I'm the lion here, and I'm the alpha chick. You know, screw you, Gabby. I'm living here. You just simmer down, sister. Yeah, come to understand that the only true state of non-conflict is inertia. Finding harmony in a world full of ebb and flow, tensions and strains is no easy task. Successful healing requires development of the good qualities of our mind. Now, these pharmaceutical ads that are flooding the nation are not that. They do not have good qualities of our mind in their intention there. Their mind is to sell, push their goddamn products. God, they're horrible people. And the doctors who just are going into it thinking, well, this is the way, you know, how do you guys look at the mirror, man? Western medicine isn't given one iota. We gotta organize. Healers have to organize. Gabby, shut the goddamn up! Okay, sorry about that. I want to get this out. I only got a few more minutes, and this bird, you know, she could be a son of a bitch. You know, we all can be, you know, that's it. You know, letting others be responsible for themselves is loving and respectful. Letting our friends and loved ones suffer the pain of growth is showing compassion for its purest form. Oh, okay. Okay, Gabby. I understand what's going on now. Gabby, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't realize it. When she's eating her food now, what she's doing, it tastes better when she talks to her food. Anyway, see, I got my work to do. I'm no saint, and don't anybody ever put me on a pedestal. Who would want to be on a pedestal? Where can you go from a pedestal except falling over and shattering? You know, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. You know, there's this sweet guy I just met, works new at Rainbow Grocery, and he watches my show. And he said he was watching my show a couple of months ago, and his roommate came running out of his room saying, "Did a bird get in here?" So first of all, thank you. If you've been watching my show all these years since I've been taping out of here with Gabby, yes, sweetheart, Daddy's sorry he yelled at you, honey. Okay, I'm gonna pick a card for you guys first of all and see what collectively you need to know. Yeah, you know, I gotta really, you know, the rage in me, and I have to really do everything internally now, do my breathing, and cannabis helps a lot. But you know, and you know, there's these people, the young people down on the first floor, and you think these, you know, the cool arty people, you know, involved. You would think, you know, pro cannabis and everything, and they actually, this guy and his girlfriends. I actually, you know, talked to them. I meet them in the laundry room, and a few months ago, I realized it wasn't any kind of a slip of the tongue. They actually believe cannabis rots your brain cells. No, alcohol, tobacco, watching these TV ads that tell you you have shingles ready to explode in your body, and that your mind has mind, body, spirit. They're totally blotted out the mind from that equation. Spirit nowhere around. It's all about body, you know. It's the body, the heart's nothing more than a pump. The brain, a computer. I mean, it's vulgar. It's like this guy says here. Once again, I love this book, and you know, you can't read it like Pulp Fiction. I mean, I read like one sentence, and then my mind just, and then I ponder it, I chew on it every time. Grounding. If you want to stay grounded, take a walk. Take a hike. Right, Gabby? Take a hike. Okay, everybody. Sweet angels, Brahma, hippie Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Okay, let's see what we got here now. Holy Moses, king of the Jews, bought his wife a pair of shoes. You know, you gotta have a cafeteria, everything, you know. The only thing, absolute is absolute. The only thing perfect is a perfect mess. And what's going to happen when Saturn and Neptune in February of 2026 leave Pisces, our spirituality is going to have reached a peak where we're going to be ready now to see ourselves as if there's, I don't like the word warrior, but we really the truest word of spiritual warrior, and more and total spirituality based on empathy. No one gets left out. We're going to tear down all these even Biden, God bless Joe Biden, even says trickle down didn't work, and yet we still have Ronald Reagan's airports all over this country. Let's start tearing down Ronald Reagan airports, man, and start calling him and that skinny ignorant woman he married okay, money. A mark a yen, a buck or a pound, you know. So our base chakra is how we feel about yourselves now. And the economies, people are doing a lot worse. They're telling, I see, I feel. But yet you're not going to hear this on the 1%. Every network now is pretty much, well, few little bit of exceptions that you have to pay for, unfortunately, on cable or whatever. But for the most ones, even the best network news anchors, I know in everybody's hometown, you've really grown fond of your local, like here in San Francisco, we have Dave Clark. It's a black guy. And I've been watching him for decades. And there's the Dave Clark 5. He's a sweet black guy. You don't want to call him like a mouthpiece for the 1%, but they all are. They're not going to tell you anything you're hearing here and from other people, you know? They're not going to tell you the economy's great, that Joe Biden did all this great stuff. They're only going to tell you there's gloom and doom from Mr. Bluster. Phineas T. Bluster. That was his name. Howdy Doody and the Peanut Gallery would all these little kids would shit their pants because Phineas T. Brewster and Donald Trump was like he was my age. He was like 7 years old and 7 years old. And he was eating that stuff up and he was saying, I'm going to be Phineas T. Brewster when I grow up. I'll show him. I'm going to tear down democracy. But yeah, dig where you're at, man. You know, people are a lot worse. People, you know, I don't even want to get in. It'll bum me out. But yeah, you know, be grateful for what you got, and more will be added. Don't focus on what you don't got. You focus on grows. You know, it's a shame the world can't be filling your name. This is what's happening right now. We don't like waiting. We're in this instant gratification society. We want it all, you know, and we're bored. We're as I said in many of my shows, baby, we're blasé. Yes, darling, Daddy's busy. Baby, you're blasé. Yeah, honey. Oh, sweetheart. You want to come out here and say to people, okay, I'll come get you in a minute, okay? Okay, all right. Okay, here's everything we love, and this guy's not, you know, he just doesn't see God. These are all gifts that's happening now. This is what's happening now. These people are perfect. These are the last order, the last gasps of a dying, old, diseased order. This is what we're fearing growing up. That's it. That's all she wrote. We're afraid to grow up. We've got arrested development. It's all right blaming everybody. We don't have to take, every time you point a finger at someone, you got all these other ones pointing right back at you. You know, when people say, I'm living on a fixed income. Well, who fixed it? You know, you did. Take responsibility for all we are. Let's stop playing the blaming game. You know, we stood up. Yeah, you know, the GIs, as I said, came back from D-Day, and we had scum like Ronald Reagan, Billy Graham, you know, brainwash and pimp Jesus. And now, as I said, we've got to call out when people, you know, your Christian friends, and they're everywhere, and start talking about Jesus. Just like, wait, can we clear this up now? Are we talking about the hippie healer Jesus, or are we talking about the Nazi, killer Jesus? Okay, simple as that. Don't overthink it. And tell your mind to take a break, you know? Talk to your mind. It's all right. We're talking now. People who talk to their mind are crazy. No, you're not. Gabby, please, honey. What's going on for us? A lot of us are doing the right thing, actually. We're tiptoeing past the insanity now. We're not sticking a stick into the gorilla cage and tormenting the crazy people. There's no rationality to these people. Once your mind is gone, it's over. You know, stick a fork in that way, you know, take, the motels, Martha Davis, the motels, only the lonely. They had a great song called Take the L Out of Lover and It's Over. You know, so, yeah, once these people have lost love, it's over for them. They're zombies, you know, they're just, so we know there's no making sense to people that are out of their mind, you know, they need to be, I don't know, what do they do to the Moonies? Gabby, we're busy, honey. We're almost done, please. 10 more minutes. Okay, here's what we got going on for us, against us rather. This is what's going on for us. We're doing a good job walking past the insanity now. It's whatever, you know. And this is what the love. We're underestimated the power of love. You know, election day is going to be a total landslide victory for Biden. And of course, Donald Trump knows this, and that's why he's ginning up. He wants bloodshed, you know. But as I said, it takes, you know, two, you know, and to, you know, fight. And if you refuse, you know, it just, you know, what are you going to do? Kill themselves? Okay, and the final outcome is yes. Saturn will take us out of one playpen and put us into a bigger playpen. Whatever we've outgrown now, and we've totally outgrown this trickle-down stuff. And as I said, Joe Biden knows. He even says that we have trickle down economics is a failure, doesn't work, but yet he won't go so far as to. Okay, honey. Okay, sweetheart. You want to come over here? Come on. Get over here. Come on. Get over here. Come here. Come on. Let's go over here and put you on TV. Yeah, look, Gabby. Oh, my God. Look at the girl. You okay? Are you happy now, Gabby? There's a pretty bird. You want to give me a kiss? Oh, okay. Is that enough now? Okay, say hi. Hello. Okay, I'm going to take you back now. Okay, that's all she wanted. Okay. There you go, baby. Okay. Okay, everybody. I'm going to pick, pick a number from 1 to 3. I'll pick 3 cards for you. Let's end up that. Okay, so what's going to happen on this new moon for this won't air in San Francisco TV until Saturday night, and that will be after the full moon on Friday. But if my YouTube viewers, listen to what I said about giving your mind a break. Give your mind a break. Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. And then I'm going to pick 3 cards for you guys, and whichever number you pick, this is the message the universe wants you to know. So for those of you who picked number 1, okay, let's go right into the heart of it. Expect the unexpected. There's a fish of abundance in your cup of love. It's all right not to know everything. Give the universe, you want to make God laugh, tell her your plans. There's a page brings information about a fish of abundance in a cup of love. Things you notice since Donald Trump was elected president, things, of course you've noticed, the world got, there are wars and rumors of wars, but the war, he's totally, it's all about Donald. He doesn't really, not to overthink it, he only cares about himself. So we really have to just blot him out and just focus on the universe provides. Every day the universe provides and gives us gift, but we have our cup upside down. I defy you to, it's a bad universe. No, it's our minds. Shakespeare said, it's not good or bad, it's how we think it. So if you pick number 1, you got some pleasant surprises coming in for you. Those of you who pick card 2, when you're going through a dark night of the soul, you're going through it to learn something. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more of that you're going to focus into now. Stop it. This is what I mean. Give your mind a break now. Stop that and start focusing on it. Bless what you got. Start making a gratitude list. Don't get on the pity pot. Don't get on the pity pot. Make a gratitude list. As much as it hurts, I got a life. Tough times don't last, tough people do. These aren't cliches. These have gotten me through all kinds of stuff. Start reminding yourself, take a breath, take a walk. It's the best grounding you can do. Take a hike. Tell your troubles to take a hike when you take a hike. Hug a tree, hug a rock. Feed the birds. In San Francisco, we got a mayor who's actually pro-harm. I'm just calling him as I see him. And then we got every supervisor's just, she's against harm reduction, and we want to get our asses reelected, so we're all behind her now. We got our own form of Donald Trump called London Breed. And everybody's blasé about it. Well, everything's loud, this loud. We want to, what does she call it? Vibrant. She calls all this noise vibrant. I rebuke you, London Breed, from every fiber of my being. And it's not you, it's just your ignorance, man. You killed your sister. Your ignorance killed your sister. You drove her to suicide. That's why you can't accept harm reduction. That's it. We have a mental case as a mayor, re-elected twice, and now she's going for a third time. Anyway, I got my equanimity going there. At least she came out now. She's pro harm. Justice. Those of you who picked 3, you got some justice going on now. Forgive yourself. Pain is all about guilt. Guilt seeks punishment, punishment seeks pain. You know, the origin of the word pain comes from Latin for guilt. You know, so even so it's gain. Forgive yourself for um, uh, whatever. You did the best you could with what you had to work with at that time. You're not that person anymore. I release the past. They are free. I am free. All is well in my life. Okay. I'm sorry you had to, well, I'm not sorry. I exploded with Gabby just now, but, you know, we're good. Well, I'm the lion. I'm the lion in my den, and when I I needed to do what. This is a good card to pawn. You know, they used to paint those frescoes of heavenly scenes in the chapel in the cathedrals. Because when during plagues, that's where people went to die. They wheeled them in there on stretchers, and they lay there. Meditating on anything is healing. Is very healing. Hey, okay, you want to let's get more. You know, spread the word that cannabis doesn't destroy brain cells. What destroys brain cells is listening to these and believing these direct-to-pharmaceutical ads, and ask your doctor to make your doctor cry. Look him in the eye and say, how do you even look in the mirror now that obviously about the pharmaceutical, and. And there are decent forms. As I said, we're gonna got 1 minute left. I'll pick one more card for us all, and I love you, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. Protect what's yours. Protect what's ours. Don't let them take us. Don't let us take our most prized possession. And that's, I believe it's our minds. They're trying to really hijack our minds, and they're making a lot of money doing it now. And being blasé. You're deep as a chasm with no enthusiasm. Baby, you're blasé. Okay, Gabby, say goodbye. Say goodbye, honey. I love you. Okay, I'm off now. Say goodbye. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. We're definitely going to talk about the 21st of July. That's when the whole poop hits the fan. Secrets emerge. Ugly, dark, disgusting secrets. I'm so glad I'm alive. I love you, and thanks for watching. Bye.